Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is my Roscoe. Okay, and I'm going to continue on with our End Time series, Revelation, and you can follow along if you have the BYNV scriptures. A few people I've talked to have said that the page number differs between editions. So the page number I have right now is 1201. And I'm going to be reading Revelation 10. Okay. Here we go. Revelation 10. And I saw another powerful messenger coming down from the heaven, robed in a cloud, and a rainbow on his head, and his face was like the sun, and his feet like columns of fire. And having in his hand a little book open, and he placed his right foot on the sea, and his left foot on the land, and cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roars. And when he cried out, 7 thunders spoke their sounds. And when the 7 thunders spoke their sounds, I was about to write, but I heard a voice from the heavens saying to me, seal up what the 7 thunders spoke, and do not write them. And the messengers whom I saw standing on the sea and on the land lifted up his right hand to the heaven, and swore by him who lives forever and ever, who created the heaven and what is in it, the earths or the earth, and what is in it, and the sea and what is in it, that there shall be no further delay. But in the Yomim, or the days of the sounding of the 7th messenger, when he is about to sound, the secret of Yahuah shall also be ended, as he declared to his servants the prophets. And the voice which I heard out of the heaven spoke to me again, and said, go take the little book which is opened in the hand of the messenger standing on the sea and on the earths or the earth. And I went to the messenger and said to him, give me the little book. And he said to me, take and eat it, and it shall make your stomach bitter, but it shall be as sweet as honey in your mouth. And I took the little book out of the messenger's hand and ate it, and it was as sweet as honey in my mouth, but when I had eaten it, my stomach was made bitter. And he said to me, you have to prophesy again concerning many peoples and nations and tongues and sovereigns. And I will continue on with Revelation 11. And a reed like a measuring rod was given to me. And the messenger stood saying, rise and measure the Mishpacha of Yahuah and the altar and those worshipping in it. But cast out the court which is outside the Mishpacha, and do not measure it, for it has been given to the nations, and they shall trample the set-apart city underfoot for 42 months. And I shall give to my 2 witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 yomim, or days, clad in sackcloth. There are the 2 olive trees and the 2 lampstands that are standing before the Yahuah of the earth, or the eretz. And if anyone wishes to harm them, fire comes out of their mouth and consumes their enemies. And if anyone wishes to harm them, he has to be killed in that way. They possess authority to shut the heaven so that no rain falls in the yomim, or days of their prophecy. And they possess authority over Mayim, waters, to turn them to blood, and to smite the eretz, or the earth, with all plagues as often as they wish. And we have seen waters turn red in some other countries. And when they have ended their witness, the beast coming up out of the pit of the deep shall fight against them and overcome them and kill them, and their dead bodies lie in the street of the great city, which ruachally is called Sodom and Mitzrayim, or Egypt, where also our master was staked. And some of the peoples and tribes and tongues and nations see their dead bodies for 3.5 yomim, or days, and not allow their dead bodies to be placed into tombs. And those dwelling on the eretz, or the earth, rejoice over them and exult. And they shall send gifts to each other, because these 2 prophets tortured those dwelling on the eretz, or the earth. And after the 3.5 yomim, or days, of breath of life from Yahuah entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell on those who saw them. And they heard a loud voice from the heavens saying to them, Come up here. And they went up into the heaven in a cloud, and their enemies saw them. And in that hour there came to be a great earthquake, and 1/10 of the city fell. And in the earthquake 7,000 men were killed, and the rest became afraid and gave esteem to the Yahuah of the heaven. And the second woe is past, and see, the third woe is coming speedily. And the seventh messenger sounded, and there came to be loud voices in the heavens, saying, The reign of this world has become the reign of our master, and of his Mashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever. And the 24 elders sitting before Yahuah on their thrones fell on their faces and worshipped Yahuah, saying, We give you thanks, O Yahuah Al Shaddai, the one who is and who was and who is coming, because you have taken your great power and reigned. And the nations were enraged, your wrath has come, and the time of the dead to be judged, and to give the reward to your servants, the prophets and the Kodashim, and to those who fear your name, small and great, and to destroy those who destroy the Eretz, or destroy the earth. And the Mishkan of Yahuah was opened in the heaven, and the ark of his covenant was seen in his Mishkan. And there came to be lightnings and voices and thunders, and an earthquake and great hail. And we have seen great hail. We have seen hail the sizes of like this, like the size of golf balls, and like big giant ones. Like many people have posted videos of that. There's been many of earthquakes, and many pestilences, and lots of problems in the land. And we are in the time of tribulation. And I hope that everyone is blessed and everyone is staying warm and safe. And I love you all, Mishpacha. Have a blessed day.